Hello my friends and welcome to the first episode of my Football Manager 2019 Beta save. Going to find out who I'm going to be in a minute. Some of you that follow me on Twitter and Facebook will already know the answer to this question. It's the first time I've loaded up the game, so let's get into it. We're going with Club Manager. We're not going to Scotland. We're going to Germany. We're licensed. It's already selected as FC Bayern Munich. We're just going to quick start it because it's the only league I want loaded up anyway is the German league for this save. This will just run through the beta period. We're going to do about a season, maybe two depending on time. Last year we did 2 with PSG, and it's just going to be a feeler. Get into the game, get used to the new features, show off the new features a little bit, get used to everything and set it up. I'm going to load up the game now and I'll be back in just a second once it's loaded. So we are in. I've not used my actual place of birth. I've not used my actual date of birth actually either. I've used similar places. Edinburgh's not that far away. My date of birth is, well, 1990, which I never had. My original channel name was The Don 90. Changed that, of course, just so that it keeps it. Last year I think I ended up with 93, which is the default. So that was that. I'm going to just quickly edit this because we go to appearance. I've changed my height, so I'm about 5'10", so we're going to just adjust that slightly, and I'm also heavier than that with that, so that works for me. And the tie colour will actually make red because we're at Bayern. Red tie will seem fitting. Do look a bit ghostly. It didn't even give me my beard, but you know, it's a big improvement. So let's pick our stats now. I put a lot of time into this last year trying to work out what stats worked for what. So I believe I want, if I want to be an attacking coach, I want attacking, tactical, technical. Let's give the rest to working with youngsters. We've actually got a few points left, so let's chuck defence on there. And we'll put 4 into fitness because whatever. Adaptability, don't really care about. Determination, we want max. Player knowledge, don't really care about. Want level of discipline maxed. Youngster knowledge, again, don't care about because I've got scouts for all that. So let's just pop that in there. We'll pop that into there. We've got 8 points left, so let's just improve that player knowledge just a little bit. And on we go. We're going to start playing straight away. And we're going to get in. And we have to save. So, yeah, just go with that name. That does me. That's perfect. So, we're going to get our FC Bayern Hire Gaming as manager. We're going to rename myself because, you know, nicknames are better. So, set nickname. Just abbreviate it down to Don. So, if we click away and click back, it will now say Don. So, in a surprise move, FC Bayern have hired Don as manager. 20 boards are delighted to be given an opportunity to manage his own skills at the Allianz Arena, and the Bayern supporters will certainly be hoping he can take them to heights. Despite the fact he's never managed a team before, he replaces previous manager Niko Kovac. Going to butcher that. We're going to attend this meeting. We'll get this started straight away, and I'd love to learn more about the club. Don't really. Play possession football, sign young players for the first team, and develop players using the team's youth system. Okay. I'm just going to accept that because, you know, why not? Great to meet the journalist, and thanks again for the introduction. I wasn't going to change my staff, but I kind of feel like I'm going to have to sack my assistant just because he's clearly a relation to the previous regime. So we're on 52 grand a week. This is our philosophies, and we've got a contract for 1 year. I am going to skip that because I'm going to work it out on the fly. Although we can still come back and take induction, which I might do off camera. Just noticed my green screen has gone a bit crazy on this side, so I'm just going to flick that there. Better. Transfers already done. So we've got a deal agreed for 2023, a deal agreed for 20... Oh, that's future transfer, yeah. Deal agreed for 2022. That can't be right. Contract. Oh, end date. Right, that's his contract. So he joins on the 1st of July. So he's already a Bayern player. We've got James Rodriguez on loan. Fadil and 3 players out on loan. So that's fine. Injury update. We've got a few players with recurring injuries. Ribery, Robin, Thiago, and Javi Martinez. All pretty nasty injuries. Torn calf muscle. That one reappeared a lot for me in FM18 with a player. Incoming transfers. Right, that's fine now. I set all this not to get done, but it's fine. I will change all that. Transfer window is open and there have been 265 completed transfers so far, including Gorsteka to us, Diallo to Borussia Dortmund, and Pli to Mönchengladbach. There's a quick history. If you want to read that, I will let you pause it, but you know, most people know Bayern's history. Most successful team in Germany, 5 European Champions Leagues. So I'll let you pause it back there if you need to. And from there, probably the only change I'm actually going to make is can I afford to go top? So 240 a year, 480 a year, yeah. We'll go world for both. So I'm going to get it on. I'm going to quickly let you have a look at the squad. We'll just go to general info. Nope. Where's my assistant guy? 1. Reports. There we go. So I'll let you have a look at that quickly. I'm going to give these guys a proper look over sorting my tactics, which I already have an idea of what I'm going to do, and I'll take it from there and build on from that, make some changes, and we will come back for the first game, which will be again in the Super Cup, which is ironically where we started last year against Eintracht Frankfurt, on the 12th of August, so in just a little over a month's time. We'll have pre-season and out of the way, and we'll get maybe a couple of players in, or sell a couple of players. What is our budget right now? 103 million. Pretty sure I could do something with that. We do have a strong squad to base on from my knowledge, so we'll go with that, see where we're weak, see where we're strong, and build from there. I'll catch you in just a second for that game against Eintracht Frankfurt. We're back, my friends. This has taken a while to get to, mostly because the game kept stopping. My dear director of football, which I didn't actually realise I had initially, has been extremely active in bringing in staff and a couple of players, also cancelling the transfers that I actually wanted. A couple of them were down to injuries picked up during the transfer process, which is frustrating. One of them will go back, and for the other one's going to be out till at least January. I will reassess that then. So we brought 2 players in, one by me, one by the director of football. The first one is the one by the director of football. It's not really going to fit my tactical approach. Not a player I would have spent money on. It's Julian Weigl. I missed the offer going in. It was at the time where I was offering for lots of staff myself. I got a new assistant manager, I'll show you that. A new head of youth development, I'll show you him. And a load of scouts, which I won't show you because there's a fair few of them. So it came at the time that I was making all these offers that that notification came through, so I completely missed it in the sort of just going up and through it. So we got Julian Weigl for 34 million, my director of football played for him. And we got Nicholas Stark from Hertha Berlin, I think. He cost me 21 million. He's decent, but he's got potential, which is what I liked. Potential seems to have gone down now that we've bought him, of course. And we've got 2 players who have been loaned out by the director of football. If we quickly go to staff, the lads I brought in this cheap scout. I'll show you him because that was where we were weakest. He's actually worse. That's not the guy I brought in. I'm a bit frustrated by that, actually. Got Jean-Michel Van Damme, who came in as the new head of youth development. I'm going to do a video more on this kind of thing at some point, so I'm going to explain why I went for him at another point, because his stats are worse, but those that know that kind of thing might know that. We've got a load of other people, and we've got this guy, he's my assistant manager. Here, he's got 17 tactical knowledge, which is what I look for. He was my second choice. The first choice rejected us for a new contract. Everyone else, director of football, has done the same with the outs, apart from obviously the ones that were in conflicting roles. So today we are taking on Eintracht Frankfurt. We're going straight into that. The bad news is Robert Lewandowski got injured for 3 to 5 months. So struggling to get players, struggling with the scouting. Not that I struggle with the scouting personally, but I always have a long-term scouting plan. I'm not used to trying to do a short-term one. We're only doing 1 or 2 seasons, so I need to learn how to do a short-term scout for this series. Either way, right now we're going with Neuer in goal, Kimmich, Hummels, Boateng, Alaba, Martinez, Gorsteca, Coman, Thiago, Ribery and Thomas Müller up top in the absence of the injured Lewandowski. I am trying to find some other players, but there was key positions that I'd picked out already, so I would ideally get another striker to replace, to rotate with Müller. But right now, unfortunately, that's not really an option. I need to speed this match engine up just a little bit. It's a bit too slow for me right now. So, camera height, that's fine. Speed during highlights and between highlights, I'm very fast, please. That works for me. It's going a bit. I criticised the look of this. Whoa, that's way too fast in highlights. So we want probably about there. The skin was one of the things that I was very unsure of when I was looking at the pre-release information. But now that I'm actually playing a game, I actually really like the skin. It's one that I still feel a lot of people be hit and miss on, but I'm actually really liking it. Let's get replays off going forward. Please, I'll let you see this one though. It's the only one you're going to get through this entire series, so we'll make it count. Thomas Müller opening the scoring for us. We've had a fairly good pre-season. We lost to Hamburg in the opening game. I don't think we've lost since then, including games against Real and Barcelona. I'm trying to sell Iron Robin. I know he's a bit of a club legend, but he's in a position where I feel we could get better for cheaper. There's a couple of guys I'm scouting in that role who are at a similar level, much younger. Would be about half the price we'd be able to get for Robin, but we can't attract a bid for him because obviously other teams spot that. Excuse me. If you can recommend any striker in the world that you've seen on this game or from FM18 that might be cheap, let me know. There is one that I did see a release clause on that I was like, do you know what, I might trigger that. I'm debating it. It's kind of about the top end of what I would be looking at as for a good sale minimum release clause though. This tactical setup I've got does not seem to be playing how I expected it to. It's a sort of modified version of the 4-2-3-1 I used in my Rangers series last year, the one where I got sacked, and I used at Hearts. In a Journeyman series, it's just basically the same, slightly modified because there's certain things that I could do on this tactical variation that I couldn't on the previous, like underlapping on one side, overlapping on the other, which kind of helps when you play with one winger, one inside forward. And while you've obviously got the new stuff like the transitions, so I'm using the vertical tiki-taka for that basis. And Kingsley Coman whips it in. It's poor. But Thomas Müller's there for the rebound, or the recycled chance, shall we say. Martinez knocked it back in, and Thomas Müller was there. It's 2-0 to Die Bayern at the moment. It's a good start. We've not had any first team signings yet, of course. At least for my tactics, so that's decent. The game registers Thiago as a holding sort of midfielder. I've always seen him as more of an attacking midfielder, so I'm retraining him back into that role, and that's where I will be playing him. He will be my sort of rotation option there. with obviously Muller being an option there and James Rodriguez being the permanent option there, although if we're only doing one season, then he's the permanent option as well. Standera and Kostic is in. Oh, he had the easy pass for the tap in, didn't take it, and Manuel Neuer stands tall for us. Standera whips it in. Have I started recording? My brain's saying I'm not recording. I am recording. Good. Positive. Looking professional as always. Right now, Ribery with the free kick. I'm using the default set pieces just now just to see how they work. I will have a play around with that at some point. Of course, you know I like my set pieces. So I will definitely have a play around with that, and surely we'll come up with something. De Guzman into Standera. De Guzman again. We're getting, for a tactic that's supposed to be full possession, we're getting absolutely crushed by De Guzman and Standera in that midfield. I'm not really understanding it. Every tactic seems to be them sort of passing it around. 52% possession. 53% now. But this tactic historically has been... Oh, that's not good. 60-70% possession tactic for me. We don't have a right back or a wing back at all on the bench. In fact, the defensive options are Nicholas Stark, who I signed. You can't cross, you can't really go forward. Sewell was similar, isn't he? He's even worse at it. Gnabry, can you tackle? Nope. Did you work there? Well, we're risking it. Renato Sanchez, I think, might be able to just about work there, so I'm risking it. Hopefully he can. Jerome Boateng, you are not going to be taking throw-in. I can assure you, you're not taking another throw-in after this game. Martinez into Thiago, into Thomas Müller for his hat-trick. Kevin Trapp stands tall, punches it wide. And half-time. Into the dressing room we go. Maybe winning, but don't let your performances drop. Perfect. Gersteka, Boateng, Alaba back to Jerome Boateng, into Thiago. Played across to Ribery. Gersteka, Boateng again. Willems. Oh, it's a decent move there, but break it up eventually. Martinez. Renato Sanchez playing it in that very unfamiliar right back role. Launches it forward, retained possession's on, and he's launching it forward there. Maybe it highlights that he's not comfortable in the role. Thiago, lovely dink into Kingsley Coman. It does fall for Thomas Müller, but they block it. Trapp forced to kick away long. Alaba picks up with acres of space to end that highlight. Standera to Ketin. Oh, Alaba steps up. Thiago. Again, for positive mentality, retained possession, and a pressing tactic. We're just getting no bodies forward as Müller gets his hat-trick. Who needs Robert Lewandowski anyway? Thomas Müller is in there, and he is scoring hat-tricks for us against a pretty decent team as well. I know this isn't the most competitive game in the world, but you know, this is a good team we're playing. We're going to make a sub soon, but not just yet. Towards Kingsley Coman, he's not the best in the air, I don't think. Rebic, Kostic. That's launched forward, and the defence is sleeping. Is that Renato Sanchez sleeping at the back there? I think it could be, 35. It is indeed. He's out of position, to be fair to him, but I would expect a holding midfielder to know, oh, there's a bit of danger there. Boateng launches clear. Cleared away. Ribery picks up, so no counter on that one. We're going to bring on James Rodriguez for Thiago. Give him a run out. I kind of want to see what he's going to offer compared to Thiago in this role. Might be that actually James Rodriguez is the better option. Salcedo having a shocker for them, apparently, in defence. I think there might be two Salcedos though. De Guzman. Just kind of shocked that we've got a guy called Finger here. Shocked me a little bit. Rebic puts it over the bar. Not Salcedo, and the boy that they brought off was a different guy. Jerome Boateng here. Plays it forward again. Oh, that's poor. Who's number 7? I think that's Ribery. It is indeed. Turned his back on it at the last minute, and it's whipped in towards Seb Haller in the back of the net. 3-1 now. I think I'm going to bring on Gnabry for Ribery, and then I'm going to switch him and Kingsley Coman around. Boateng to James Rodriguez. Gersteka plays it out to Ribery. Alaba played back to Boateng. Alaba whipped in, it's away. Martinez, Boateng, Ribery. Oh, he does well to get it back though. James Rodriguez out to David Alaba, in space, whipped in. Ribery. Oh, that was a sitter for Franck Ribery. Would expect better as we bring on Serge Gnabry. James Rodriguez whips in towards Boateng. 4-1. And first set piece goal of the season. Big Jerome Boateng putting it in the top corner. Smashing stuff there. Carlos Salcido, the guy who had an absolute shocker, comes off for them. Alaba with the throw-in. Much more happier with Alaba taking a throw-in than Jerome Boateng. It's whipped forward. Boateng picks up. Oh, but he's lost it to Kostic. That's an individual error that could come and cost us, but you've got big Manuel Neuer behind you. You get away with those mistakes, don't you, Jerome Boateng? That's why you make them, but I did tell him to play out defence, so, you know, that's fine. I'm happy with that kind of mistake if it doesn't lead to goals too often. And they're doing as they're asked. Thomas Muller picks up here. Brings Kingsley Coman playing on the opposite flank now. Towards Mats Hummels. Gnabry. Towards Thomas Muller, but it comes to Kingsley Coman. Punched away. Coman picks up again. Alaba whips it across to Martinez. Willems clears. And Seb Haller again. I've got a really itchy back just now, so I'm trying not to scratch it, but did notice myself there. Rebic plays it forward. Hummels steps strong. Gersteka back to Boateng. Coman into Gersteka. Boateng again. Played forward. Alaba. Oh, beautiful touch. And it comes for, oh, Kingsley Coman. You had time to take it on his stronger right foot there, but he took it on his weaker left. And it's somewhere over the sky just now. Airplanes will be looking for that one. Boateng getting the second card of the match, I think. Is that Standera was, yeah, that was injury. So only 2 cards so far in this match, which I find actually quite interesting. Very low. I always find that the first season that you're with a club, you tend to get a lot of yellows in previous Football Managers. Maybe this tactic just doesn't work like that. Alaba, or maybe I've just picked a good team for it. Javi Martinez, his assist for the second goal, I think it was very, very good. Would have maybe deserved a goal for that. But it looks like this game's going to finish with Eintracht Frankfurt 1, the Bayern 4. Oh, that's a good ball over for Rebic though. He's in. Oh, Renato Sanchez out of position. He doesn't care. That's a big, big tackle. They were in behind, but the young former Golden Boy winner, I was going to say Golden Boot for some reason, but the former Golden Boy winner getting in there and knocking it away. They went 4-2-4 at the end there as well, actually. That's quite interesting. But we've won our first cup. It is a Super Cup. It's probably the most irrelevant cup there is, but we have won it. We're going into the dressing room. Congratulations, lads. I'm happy with that. And that's 2 achievements, a hat-trick and first victory. We will be back next game. I'm guessing Stuttgart is actually right off the end. Why is it shown as August though? It's the 1st of September, but it's shown as August. That's a bit strange. Either way, I'm going to come back for that game. Transfer window should be shut then. And yeah, so we'll come back for Stuttgart next episode. Hit like, hit subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.